Thing NYC podcast, where we discuss relevant topics relating to business, dating, careers, politics, and activities in New York City, relevant to all New Yorkers and everyone curious about New York City. Today, our topic is state of the dating market, and we're joined by two lovely New Yorkers, and they're going to talk about their experiences, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. So let's get into it.
We have these random cards on the table right here, and during the conversation, at any point, if you feel anybody over here is lying, capping, chatting, holding back, you could designate them a card. It's a random question. They got to flip it over. They got to read it and answer it. But you only get 3 cards per person, so use it wisely. There you go.
All right. So to start it off, ladies, please introduce yourselves. Tell us your age, where you're from, what do you do,
Nationality, everything.
your relationship status, and then you could also tell us your favorite dish to cook.
Okay. My name is Danielle. Dani. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm 30 years old, originally from St. Lucia. I'm currently single. Might be scared to say that, but
You gotta keep it real.
might have just made me break up with somebody.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
they probably ain't mad at him if that's the
Word.
case.
When they see this.
Yeah. What else?
Favorite dish?
Favorite
My
dish you cook?
favorite dish to cook. I
your
want
man.
to say salmon.
Okay.
Okay,
All
pescatarian.
right, salmon. So, any of the pescatarian dudes out there should cook you a good salmon. Salmon with what?
With some rice, some asparagus,
Okay.
some mixed vegetables.
All
I'm
right.
trying to get niggas 6-packs out here. All right.
All right, cool.
Eating healthy.
And what's your Instagram?
__ Dani G.
Okay. Can you remind me of the questions again?
Okay, so you're going to start with your name, age, where you're from, what do you do,
Okay.
and then the last question is going to be the favorite dish to cook
Okay.
for your man.
Okay. So my name is Shevon. I'm 30 years old as well. I am an associate software developer. I'm originally from Guyana, but I live in Brooklyn. And my favorite dish to cook for my man, he likes spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay, you keep it basic.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
There's other stuff he likes too, but that's the main thing.
All right, cool. Well, look, on this podcast, like I mentioned, we're going to discuss dating. We're going to go into it for everyone that lives in New York City and also for everyone around the world that is just curious or possibly want to move to New York City one day. So just to start things off, ladies, tell us, how is it out there for you? How's the dating market? Let's start with you.
Absolutely horrible.
Really?
Dating in New York is trash. Don't do it.
Damn.
Would not recommend.
Why you say that though? Like, why?
I feel because everybody wants to be outside. Nobody really is ready to settle down. And even if they are, they want to still have fun. And nobody's honest. They all want to just...
Nobody's taking it serious.
Yeah, nobody's
Yeah.
taking it serious.
You feel the same way?
Yeah, and everyone knows one another. It's just very mixy. So
That is true. That brings me. So why do you think it's like that in our generation? Because back then in our grandparents' eras, it was about marrying, having kids, legacy, family, all that. Like, what you think? Social media got like
Yes,
that?
I
What do you
think it's social media. And I feel like because our values now are totally different than our grandparents' parents' values. Like,
yeah, men want to go 50-50. They
Yeah.
want to date a new girl. Like we got like.
So you're not with the 50-50 splitting bills?
I mean, I don't mind holding my own, but it's just like you don't gotta like enforce that,
You expect the man to lead the way, basically.
Yeah, be the provider, be a
Yeah.
man.
And listen, if I can take care of myself without a man already, it's kind of like, what are you bringing to the table? Are we about to I'm about to be a roommate with you? And
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so it's
I
interesting. It
definitely
looks like we have our ladies here want the traditional man.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like,
in
right?
modern times.
Yeah.
yeah,
In
the
modern
traditional
times,
name
it's
man
ironic.
in modern times sounds good.
All right.
But I wouldn't say fully traditional.
Oh, because
Wait.
you know why? Fully traditional means he'll hold you accountable.
Exactly. And that means
Hold
you
me accountable to what?
to your duties as a wife or woman.
Okay,
in a
but
relationship?
do those duties include me going to work full time too? Because after the same way you want to be tired after you get off work, I'm gonna be tired too. We need to split the housework and things that need to get done. Don't expect me to work 40 hours a week and come home and take care of the house.
Interesting.
kids
Interesting.
That is interesting.
And the kids and cook you meals and you just relax.
Okay, so basically, you would prefer to for your man to work and you to take care of the household and the kids and all that, which is fine. But that's what you would prefer, right?
I feel like that's traditional.
Traditional
If we're
role.
gonna
All
say
right. So let's start with you. So you're single, right?
Yes.
How long you been single?
A few months.
A few months. A few months. So what happened? Tell us about that. Yeah, a few months, right? She don't know who's listening.
Oh yeah. Shout out to him though.
Shout out to him, man. Hopefully you watch it, bro. We got you. So
hopefully not.
I won't tell him, girl.
yeah. So okay. So a few months. So all right. It's January 2023. So when did you guys split?
I want to say October.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So wow, that's
that's
recent.
Fairly
Yeah, that's
recent,
recent. And how long were you guys together?
About a year. Not that long. Yeah.
That's a good amount of time,
yeah,
right?
that
Especially
is.
these days.
Yeah, it is. That's a
So
century.
were you guys
Wow.
was it like an actual relationship or was it like a situationship?
It was complicated, but it
Here
was
we
a
go.
relationship.
It was a relationship.
Yes.
So what was so complicated?
Things happen in in a relationship to get into a relationship. Like I said, I feel like things started off not too serious and then it turned into something serious.
Okay. Gotcha. So it went from a situationship and it upgraded.
Not even a situationship. I feel like we were dating, but we were dating other people.
Okay.
While dating, and then it turned into something.
That's definitely
more
a
serious.
situationship then.
And did it turn to something exclusive?
It was supposed to.
Oh, all right.
So you were going this way and he was going this way, basically.
Yeah,
Different
I
directions.
feel like it was a lot of miscommunication, and
on your part or his part?
on both parts.
Good.
Also a lot of lying and
On your part or his part?
both parts.
There you go.
Well, no, at least
Listen, I
At
will
least you
be
being
accountable.
accountable.
I will
give
be
you that.
accountable.
I give you that's real.
Yeah.
That's definitely real. So, what do you think will be the best move for you moving forward in another relationship? Like, what do you think you would have to look for?
So I feel like it's not me.
It never is.
It's
She's
not me.
perfect.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like both parties have to know what they want and want the same thing. So if I want something, the other person has to want the same thing. And the other thing is honesty. I'm very forthcoming and I try to be honest. But if I feel like you're not doing the same thing, then that's when things don't work out the best.
Yeah. I see where you're going with it. But
Yeah.
the thing is, like, out here, what you're looking for, do you think you'll be able to find that? Because
No, my
doozies
husband does not live in New York.
Oh, damn.
Wait, but how do we even know what her husband even look like,
That's
right?
it.
So
We don't,
what does
but-
that mean?
Yeah,
What
from
does
head to
that
toe, inside out.
Let's talk about top to bottom, right? Like, all right, let's start with, does he need to be a certain height?
I would prefer him to be taller than me,
How
but
tall are you? You say your height.
I'm 5'11",
Oh,
so
really? Oh, you're 5'11".
yes,
You
that
probably don't know
already
that stuff.
cuts down like my options
Yeah.
because a lot of men in New York are not that tall from my experience.
That is true.
But the shorter men seem to really love that I'm taller than them, so it's like doesn't prevent them.
They don't get insecure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if
No.
let's say I pull up on you, I'm 5'8", I'm a nice guy. So what's up?
I mean, it depends. I've dated.
You dated the
people taller
shorties.
than me, yeah.
Okay.
So suppose he's 5'8", good dude, everything look good, all that smile, all that shit y'all like,
Mhm.
and he broke. You okay with that?
No.
Well, he's a good dude,
Hold
though.
on, how broke we talking now? Because
Yeah.
New York City is the most expensive city in the world now. So let's say
It
how
is
broke.
to have 2-family household, and let's say, like an Amazon worker or something, like in a warehouse or some shit.
Damn, son, why'd you have to point out all the Amazon workers out
I'm just
there,
saying,
man?
yeah,
I don't know how much they
so-
make.
Let's say you make like 50,000 a year. Let's say
And
that.
just one thing to say that you mentioned that the average income for a man in New York City is 49,
Yeah, 49.
approximately 49,000. So hey, if he's 50, he's above average, right? I mean, you know, doesn't
There you go.
necessarily mean
Listen, if he's making it work,
it doesn't necessarily mean y'all gonna be going on trips all the time, but
You're going to get the job done. You're going to be able to pay the bills and, put a little something in savings. That's not good enough?
He got to figure
Yeah.
out hustle.
but he has to
You
have
get a little side hustle.
the
Start a podcast.
ambition to want something greater.
oh, why does the guy
Yeah.
always have to have the ambition to want to be great, man?
Does he feel like that's where he wants to stop his life, working at Amazon till he's 70?
But what if that's his passion, though? That's what he wanted to do as a kid.
That's his thing. That she don't gotta have to. want that.
Yeah,
You will.
I don't think
She will.
that would suit me and my lifestyle and what I prefer. So I would say no.
So give us a minimum number to
Yeah.
work with. What's your minimum number? 60, 70, 80, 100, whatever.
90,
What's your
whatever. It could
minimum?
be 100 million, like whatever.
No lie,
A
I
year.
can't put a number on that. I'm not gonna be like, I need a 6-figure nigga. That's not me. So
We do hear that quite often.
I'm gonna be
I hear
realistic.
that way too much.
Realistic,
So
Realistic with what? Like,
yeah.
Okay, we could say maybe 80,000.
okay.
I mean, the percent of men that make that much is not too high. 80,000.
True.
Especially if you,
But-
what do you want to look like? You want to look like us or like the other ones? Like, which one to look
What
like?
what is the other
The
one
other
look
races,
like?
like the other races, like what you
No,
what do you
I
want to look
prefer
like?
to date inside my race.
So that's even lower then.
Yeah, but I feel like now, like, if we can make things work, he has to be able to manage his money. Be a
Yeah,
good-
that's true. All right, so now what if you found a man and everything is going good, everything you like about him is perfect, but you have to be the breadwinner of the relationship. Like you have to take care of him. He's good with like taking care of kids, all that stuff, no problem. And he wants you to be the breadwinner.
I don't want to be taking care of no man. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I would respect him in that way to be. Because I feel like as women, we want the man to lead. And I feel like
Okay,
I
I'm glad
wouldn't
you said that.
respect him if I'm taking care of everything.
You
I mean, I probably still love him, but the respect level is not going to be there.
It's not
And I
gonna
feel
be
like
But what
that's
if he's
very
cooking
important.
for you?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
doing
yeah.
all of those
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you know
He's
what?
still taking care of the car, everything,
talk
all
to
his
her.
manly duties.
Talk to her.
Talk
The
to her.
only thing is that you bring home the money.
It's 5 years. Talk to her. Let her know 5 years.
I don't know. I don't see it in my future.
So-
it's some good men out there.
I feel like honestly, being a housewife is way more work than bringing home money, like working. We have way
Yeah, I
more
mean, I wouldn't even
responsibilities.
say I want to be a housewife. I don't want to be a housewife. I want to still be in the world making money, bringing home money. I just do not want to be the sole breadwinner or, like my money can come and contribute to things. But we have to both of us have to be responsible for
Yeah.
in the home and out the home.
And all right, this imaginary man. Now, how do you plan? How do you expect to? How do you want a man to approach you? Like, do you want him to approach you in the gym, in person, social media? Are y'all on dating apps?
Maybe
Well,
Hinge.
No, I don't do dating apps.
You don't.
You know,
But Instagram is the biggest dating app.
I feel like it is, but it's horrible for that as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't do dating apps. I feel
Yeah.
it's
So if I'm a
little-
regular dude, I see your pics. I'm like, all right, cool. I slide in DMs. I'm like, hey, what's up? Do you respond? Do you
Respectful,
not
like-
respond? What's
It
up?
depends.
Depends on what.
I feel like it depends on looks. I have to see how many people how many friends we have in mutual. So if anything, I can ask somebody if they know this
If he's
person.
crazy.
Like, yeah, it has to be some kind of background check.
You got baby mothers
yeah,
and shit. Like.
some way for me to do a background check on you. And
What if it's no way?
then I probably won't respond or
What them DMs looking like now? Like what do dudes say to you in the DMs now?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Because you be looking.
the
you be looking a
DMs
certain way
get
on
crazy, but I mean,
You want to pull up a DM?
no.
You don't wanna pull up
No, I don't want to
Get
put
up in your
anybody on the
room.
spot.
I'm saying,
No.
I mean, you ain't dating them, so it's like, it don't really matter.
So what?
You don't gotta say
They
his
following
name.
her. They gonna see what.
Exactly.
Oh,
They're gonna
okay.
and they're gonna know who they are. And I
But
don't wanna...
don't you feel like, don't you think, let me not even say feel like, because we're not going off of emotion.
Mhm.
Don't you think dating off of social media is like almost pretentious in a way, because you're gonna, the things you're gonna be looking for is, like you said, like how fly he is, how good he looks, boom, boom, boom. But that doesn't
I
equate to how
don't
good
feel
of a man like he would probably be.
I don't necessarily look at that. Like, I'm not very superficial as far as like what a man looks like and all those things.
But you
Like,
just said if he slides in DMs, you take a look at his.
yeah,
looks.
but you have to be decent looking, or at least I have to find you attractive. Because everybody else might not find you attractive, but it has to be something about you that I like.
What if you find him attractive and you introduce him to her and she's like, oh, now he ugly? What you gonna do? You gonna leave him?
No,
You gonna stay with him?
that has happened before. So
like,
Damn,
different
so-
types.
so-
everybody's preference is different.
So he got to be tall. He got to be attractive.
Light skin, dark skin.
He got to make 80.
He gotta
Okay,
be
does he need to
ugly.
have his own place?
I
What
would
if he lives at
prefer
home?
him to have his own place.
What
If
about
he's like
roommates?
your age, like,
I don't mind roommates. I understand. It depends. You know what? I would say it depends on the stage he is in his life.
that's true. He could be working towards something.
Yeah, it depends on the stage he is in.
Because I don't know, because social media dating is kind of weird in some ways, because he might look at you, because I seen your pictures, so you looking a certain way. Let me say that. So he might look at your pics and be like,
What's a
okay, she looking
certain
good.
What's a certain way?
He
What's a
may-
certain
Right,
way?
like, what's a certain way?
He may look at you and be like, yo, you know, okay, it's a little baddie right here. Let me see what's up. But he may be thinking, instead of relationships, like just
Yeah.
like you said, like playing around. But then if he's coming at you in that way, you might just look at him like, all right, he got some money. Let me take him for that. So it's just transactional at that point. It's not even like a real. That happens a lot on Instagram.
That does
on
happen a
social
lot
media
on
dating.
social media.
That's my thought process when I'm thinking about. like,
Yeah, but no. For me, I feel like I gauge into conversations with people, and I can kind of tell what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. And if that plays into what I'm looking for, I'm not looking for.
And what are you
Like,
looking for?
yeah.
I'm not looking
right
on
now.
social media for a relationship.
But
I'm not.
We on social media the most though, so that's where you see the most people.
No, I feel like for me, I probably want to meet somebody in person. But even then, I feel like it's not really.
How should they? Because this is perfect right now. So how should they approach you if they see you in Whole Foods?
like-
And you kind of tall, so you at the top aisle, you're stretching like that. Like, it's nothing for you to reach the top. Like, you're getting the bread off the shit. And he comes up to you. Like, well, how do you want him to talk to you? Like, what do you want him to say? Like, what would be a good...
Good morning, good afternoon. You know, a greeting.
And you're not going to curve him. You're going
No,
to be
I'm
respectful.
that's the thing. I'm respectful and I talk to people. Like, you could tell me good morning. I say good morning and keep it pushing.
Mm.
I don't just ignore people if they're greeting me because I feel like that's very rude.
That is.
It just depends on where he's taking the conversation. Because I could say good morning to you and keep walking and not even think twice about it. But I feel like people probably, like, men will say something to you if they are interested
they're
and think
interested.
you're attractive. But, I mean, where's your confidence at? How confident are you? Because a lot of them will probably just stare you down
And not say one
and
word.
not say
And
one
not say
word. And I'm the type of person, if you staring at me for too long, I'm going to say, hey, like, because I'm going to make it awkward now. Like, you're making me feel awkward.
Yeah.
So,
But that's the thing about, like, social media and, like, dating and stuff. It makes people more lazy and, like, especially the less confident. Like, the average man is not confident. Like, me and him, like, we see something we like, we just gonna start stepping. Like, if I see something I like, I'm stepping. Like, I
so you
ain't
approach,
really.
do you feel like you
ain't-
approach
I'm
women
stepping.
outside?
Like,
You approach them in
I
the
approach him
street?
however I see. If I the best way for me though is like face to face, because she gets to see me, she gets to smell me, look at me, like everything, see my smile, all that shit, all the shit that I could like show, but like on like social media is not as prevalent because it's like she might just look, oh, black dude, and just all right, swipe to the next one. You know how black people are towards each other nowadays anyway, so we a little funny towards each other. Like,
We're going to save that for a whole other episode. We're going to save that one.
yeah, 'cause you know how we are.
We're going to shelve that one.
But it's like social media is like for the lazy people. In person, they might see you and be like, "Oh, no, she won't even like me anyway," and then they might not even approach
And I
you.
feel
That
like
could be
a
your husband
lot
right
more
there.
men have confidence on social media than they do in
Yeah, that is a fact.
Because they can talk to you in DMs and say things to you, but if they link you in person, they have no conversations.
That's true.
They have nothing to talk about. They're not personable. They
face to
get
face, man.
nervous as fuck.
It's
Like,
instant face to face. It's like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Social media, you could just wait, think, boom, and then But they don't have to go anywhere. You could be lazy. You could just lay on the couch.
You can
and
be
just
Googling
swipe.
responses or
Exactly.
questions and things
No,
to say.
So look, here's the thing. So all right. So you've been single since the October of
Halloween,
of last year,
Halloween.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I was to call that dude and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna take her out. Give me some tips." What would he say about you? What would he say?
The good,
Let me know what would he say. And I'm like, "Yo, give me the inside scoop about Dani. I want to know what's going on. What's he gonna say about you?" Because you said you played a role too. You played a role in the lying and the manipulative and the and
who you think was more?
She didn't say all that. I didn't say all
Look
that.
Who do you think was more manipulative in the last situation you was in?
I would say him.
You was in? All right.
Yeah.
So I think you're lying. So pick a card up real quick.
Why?
Yeah, pick a
we
card,
need to
pick a
implement.
card,
We need
pick
to
a
implement the
card.
cards. We need to
Yeah,
implement the
that
cards.
was
Pick one
crazy.
up. What it
That was
says.
Wow.
Read it out loud. Read it out loud.
Should your partner be allowed to go through your phone?
Random question. Now you got to answer that. Give me a card, please. Thank you very much.
I have mixed feelings on that. I mean, I feel like if you guys are in a relationship, a serious relationship, it should be no issue with us exchanging phones.
Exchanging phones to do what?
Like if you give me your phone to do something on your phone or like, make a call or stuff like that.
So if you ask your man, yo, let me use your phone, and you make a call, you're not gonna go and he goes to the bathroom, he goes take a shower, you're not gonna look through and see what he's doing. You're not gonna look through.
Most likely, yeah.
I was about to say pick up another one.
But I'm pretty sure he's gonna do the exact same thing.
Yeah, if he's insecure.
I feel like a lot more men are insecure than they try to let on.
Yeah,
no,
that's
the dudes
true.
you
You think
running into.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you saying?
Because I've had multiple men go through my phone.
Jesus
Wow.
You guys never went through a phone?
Hell no.
No.
For what?
Because I always think, all right, if she's doing something, who's she gonna find better than me?
Yeah.
Who's she gonna find better?
That's confident.
Yo, man.
Listen,
Yo,
That's a good one.
it has
What
happened on
shit?
multiple occasions with men that you probably feel are very confident and get females and all those things.
If she find another dude that taller than me, looks better than me, makes more money, then shit, I'll pay for them to go out.
Yeah.
I'll pay for the first date.
Because he gonna go 50-50 anyway. So.
Exactly.
So you might as well pay for the date, right?
I'll pay for the
Good
first
luck.
date.
I think they lying.
Exactly.
Who, us?
Yeah, I think y'all lying. Because
Who,
So you
which
ain't
one?
every guy
never
I
go through
know.
a girl's
Which-
phone before.
I
At least
Ever in your
once.
life.
Never
in your
in my
life.
life.
So can I tell y'all pick up a card?
No,
Which
you
one?
didn't even answer the question. Have you gone through a phone?
Have I gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone through a phone before.
You in a relationship right now, right?
Yeah,
How long?
5 years.
That's solid.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
solid.
Where we going with these 5 years?
Word, right?
Right.
Let me see.
Where
Stop
we
What do you
going?
mean where?
We're getting our lives in order. So
All right, so what exactly does that mean? Because we had put the spotlight on Dani. Now it's time for a little bit of you.
Yeah,
So,
you said that twice. We forgot about you.
could-
hold on, wait.
she
I
could
wanted
have
y'all to pick up a
Could
card
take
for
a break.
lying. I don't think y'all would.
Who though?
Truth.
Who? Any, meeny, money type shit.
Can it just be both of y'all? I want both of y'all to pick up a card because I feel like men always go through phones.
All right,
Nah.
just give me a card. This shit ain't easy. This shit ain't hard.
Here, this one.
Let's see what this say. There's a lot of words. Should you tell your partner everything, or is keeping some things private needed for a healthy relationship? I say keeping some things private can be helpful, because if your partner, she might not take a liking. Like, let's say a man wants multiple partners, multiple women, and I don't even like the word partner. I say the person you're in a relationship with. He might not want to tell you that, because that might be the reality. He might
gonna want to tell
he,
you
he
that.
might want to tell. He might want to say, "Yo, look, this I love you. I want to be with you, but I can't just be with you for the rest of my life. I want to be with somebody else too."
But-
So it's like him. It wouldn't be a good idea for him to tell you that, because you're not gonna take it. You're not gonna take it the right
How do
way.
you know how she's gonna take it or not?
The majority of women, if you go up to the majority, of women,
But if depends
like
on
us.
who you're dating.
what, an OnlyFans girl or like what?
No,
What
you can date regular women that you can talk to, and they
Mhm.
because that's the part of being honest.
on
Like,
average.
yeah, like you want to go into something not being 100% yourself, it's never gonna work because those thoughts are still gonna be in the back of your head. Like
But you're-
that's what's gonna make you cheat. That's what's gonna make, and then that's what's gonna make her uncomfortable because she never knew that's how you felt. If she knew that's how you felt, she might consider things differently or move a different way, or you never know who you dealing with. She might allow you to date those other women or be with those other women
I'm
I'm speaking on average.
on average, but I'm just
That's very
speaking
specific.
on-
Maybe you. But the
Yeah,
average
maybe
woman is
you,
not going to be
maybe
with
you.
you. So he doesn't want to hurt
I
her.
think,
So.
yeah, on average, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Most guys are gonna lie.
Yeah.
Most guys are gonna
Because they know
lie.
it's going to hurt.
Me personally, I think for
100%.
something as big as that, you should definitely just say it, mention it, just throw it out there, be 100% honest. But yeah, I mean, most guys they scared of the reaction they're gonna get if they were to ever bring something like that up,
truth.
right? They know it's
truth.
probably not gonna be a good reaction, right? So they'll just lie and try to, see what they could do behind the girl's back. But I think it's best to just take an honest approach. Be like, look, I want to definitely explore. And yeah, guys, you're gonna have those guys that bring it up and say like, hey, I want to explore some options. And you never know, your girl, she might be like, all right, I'm down. Like, maybe I'm not down for you having multiple women, but like you could bring a woman into the bedroom. Let's have some fun with that. Like, would you be down for something like that? And I say, look, Dani, I just want to bring another girl into the bedroom. It depends on what.
Like what? You got to pick them?
I wouldn't necessarily pick them, but it depends on the background because I feel like men will try to do that with women that they've been in situations with before or that they're wanted to date, but because you guys are together, it's kind of a thing to let them see how that goes. Like, but I 100% respect the coming and saying it first, letting me know. I mean, I've had situations where somebody tells me, all right, like I want to date other people or multiple people. That's fine. At least I know where we stand and I can pick and choose how I want to move.
And how did you react to that?
Me. I said, okay, that's fine. I don't want to be involved in that, but we
so
can
you bounced.
Yeah, I didn't say we bounced. No, I didn't bounce. No, listen, I didn't bounce. I still stuck and dated the person.
And
but
he dated other people.
Yeah, but I knew you were dating other people.
Did you date other people?
Yes.
Oh, it was open on your side too.
Yeah.
Oh, nah. It can't be open on both sides.
Why?
I
so why?
I do what I want. You sit and watch. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But why is that the way it is?
No, it depends. If it's a man of means, if it's a man who busts his ass to get to where he has to be in life, and he's a man like above average, let me say that, then I mean, at that point, he's gonna want a certain lifestyle.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little harder for him to just stay with one woman for his whole life in his 30s, 20s, and shit.
So you're not willing to share and just on one side.
No, because why? And you know what? It depends too. Because if I'm like, all right, I'm serious with you, but I feel like as a woman, if you want to feel like a man, like you don't really want to share your man that's supposed to be your man. You don't want to share unless you know for a fact that he knows what he's doing when he's with these other women. You're number one. He's going to come back. Like he's putting you at a different... Yes and no. You're going to bring another girl around and like this girl more and then...
But you got to understand, like sex to men is like gym. It's like a gym. Like it's like I'm playing ball. Yo, I'm about to have sex.
Okay, so that's the difference. Are you just sleeping with these women or do they feel like it's more?
Nah, it's just exercise.
No, I'm not spending any resources on these other women. I'm spending all my, for example, you get the bags, you get all the jewelry. The other women, they get my physical attention, but you get physical, everything else.
I feel like that works for who it works for.
Okay, but it just doesn't work for you.
No, I don't feel like that's
cool.
If that's the case, I mean, that 80K might have to go a little bit low if that's the case. Then, like, because
even when they have less, they still cheat and want to.
They have less opportunity though.
True. Yes and no. Yes and no. You see, niggas can do anything with no money. Like, if you're just trying to sleep with girls, if you're creative enough, bring them to the house. I'll cook you dinner, order food, watch a movie. Like. That's things you don't really spend that much money on. Yeah. And depending on how much conversation you're giving these girls, that's what I'm saying. Like with the cheating, if you're being dishonest, you're kind of leading women on where now you're texting them every day, good morning. They feel like it's more, they're going to get more out of the situation than you're being honest about. So then they probably going into it more with their heart where they feel like now I'm working towards the potential of being in a relationship with you.
Emotional shit.
Yeah, so I feel like that's what men tend to do opposed to being honest and letting some girls know, like, this is not going anywhere. I only want this. Where now you have multiple women thinking they're in a relationship with you.
Thinking they're the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Girlfriend number two and shit.
I'm gonna say this. I know men might hate me for saying this, but there's levels to this, all right? If you're not bringing a certain amount of income per year, there's no reason you should be even mentioning or even thinking about the idea of having multiple women in your life.
They don't have that privilege.
They don't.
Yeah,
They didn't work hard enough.
70, 80, 90 is not high enough, all right? That is nothing. That is nothing. That is
Especially today in New York.
That
You
is
need to
nothing.
be making $100,000.
Nah, I'd say
Yeah.
to even have the conversation of multiple women, you got to be at least $150 in New York. Like you got to be at least 150 to even like have the balls to even like bring something like that up.
In order for that though, they gotta work though. A lot of dudes is like lazy.
Well, that's the thing, and I mean, here's the thing. You know, guys are gonna do whatever they can get away with.
Are you guys lying yourselves?
Right? Guys are gonna do whatever they get away with.
If
If I'm making 50, 60, and I know like I could have my main chick and like a side, then all right, cool. And I know like I could, you know, finesse my way out of it, then okay, cool. Then I'm gonna try my best to make it work. But it just I mean, me personally, I just don't think it's I don't think it's
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense
to
to
be at
me.
a certain level.
Yeah, you got there's definitely levels to this. And what about you? So I know you've been in a relationship for 5 years now. Are you willing to share your man?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So what if he says like, okay, you know, let's spice things up. Let's bring in another girl into the
Bring a little
bedroom.
Russian. Let's bring a little Russian girl in.
Yeah, a little snow bunny into the bedroom.
Little Polish girl.
Thank
What if
God
you
he's
said that?
not into that. So
Okay,
no.
so let's say, okay, whatever. Any type of girl. I don't know why he said Polish. But like, don't listen to him.
I had Europe on my mind.
Yeah, don't listen to him. But like and let's say if he just wants to spice things up, bring in you know, someone into the bedroom.
No.
No,
Not
nothing.
comfortable with that. We could try different things. Like why do we have to bring another female into
Okay.
it?
Yeah, there's hundreds of different positions and things you could do.
There's
Role playing and shit.
toys.
It's
Yeah, like
you
Be the cowboy and
like what about you?
cowgirl.
Usually get like dressed up costumes?
costumes.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't done no costumes.
Yeah. What do you
no.
usually do? Like handcuffs, anything like that?
Yeah, we do
Bli-
handcuffs.
oh, yeah? Blindfold too?
Yeah.
You never came in a room like Wonder Woman and he was like Superman and then
No,
No?
never
You never
tried
did
that.
Is that what
You
you
gotta try that
doing?
one.
I think we
This ain't
should
about me
try
right now.
role
This
Oh,
ain't
playing.
about me.
wait,
This
so
ain't about me.
I'm
Yeah.
asking
Nah, I
questions.
never-
I want to know.
I never
Are
did
you
that. I never
dressing
did
up
that.
for your lady? Are you?
Yeah.
If she with it, if that's what she want to do, then I'll do that.
I'm
You
not-
gonna put some tights on, some spandex?
Yeah, man, ain't no problem. I wear that shit in the gym, so it's like same shit.
Yes, I'm a fan of the blindfold. I'll say
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the blindfold. Some
Yeah.
cups.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that. Maybe a little whipped cream.
man.
Spice it up,
Spice
okay.
it up,
Spice it
yeah.
up.
You gotta take it to another level. You can't keep doing the same
Exactly.
standard
Yeah.
issue shit like all the time.
Exactly.
So, like,
And Danny, what about you? I don't know if you had mentioned whether you're open to having someone into the bedroom.
It depends.
On what?
or what it depends on.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like, I wouldn't say consistently. I mean, if we're together and we feel like that's what we want to do, then okay. But I'm not gonna be like bringing another woman into our relationship.
No. I'm just saying, like, all right, like it's just random. Hey, let's bring this one, and then you know he brings it to you, and you're like, all right, cool. She's cool. She can come into the bedroom with us.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but I think she said 2 cars. I think we gotta pick another car
Wow.
because you definitely said 2. So.
Should people be dating if they are extremely broke? No.
No, we just
Hell
said
no.
we just no.
Should not be
It
dating.
should be
for
as a man,
extremely broke.
especially. You should, especially a man, not really a woman. As a man, you should be focusing on building yourself and becoming something before even trying to date or be in a relationship. Because if you broke as a man in your relationship and you get a girl, she gets pregnant, what you gonna do? Y'all broke. Where y'all gonna live? How y'all gonna eat? Where y'all gonna go on a date? What are y'all gonna do? So what's the point of even dating when you broke? As a man, especially as a man, I always tell them like stop focusing on women so much. Like try to become something and make something of your life before you bring a woman in. Because when you have resources and you bring a woman in, everything's easy after that. It's like she's on autopilot at that point.
Yeah, women are just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, it's the icing. It's like the cherry on top of the shit. The red
I feel
velvet.
like some men want the struggle of they want the
That's that
woman
stupid
that's
shit.
been there from the bottom.
And you should stay away from men like
that's
that.
trying to.
Yeah.
Nah.
So I'm not
When they
saying
get up,
for me
we grown.
personally,
They gonna
but I'm
leave.
saying, you know, they want that. They want to say this person was with me when I had nothing.
Like think about it. Think about the people you dated when you was 19, 17. What are you at now? Jail? Some shit like that. Yeah.
What kind of men do you think she?
Exactly, like what kind of
I'm just throwing out an idea. I'm just throwing out an idea.
No,
Right,
they're
right.
they're actually doing pretty good. I feel like I pick very resourceful men and men that were already, even from young, they already had things going on. Like they had
Really?
jobs.
That's pretty
They
good.
were providing for me. I feel like that's why where I am now, I'm not taking anything less because from the time I started dating, I was treated a certain way.
You treated like how you're supposed to be treated.
And I was already dating men that understood that.
So you basically get treated like whatever you want. Like whatever
I mean, like, I get treated well. That's why I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm single, because I know what I'm not settling for anything below the standard of what I'm used to.
So even when you deal with men, you deal with men that would like pleasure you in a way and not even care about themselves, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're saying. So do you have any like stories or any examples of like a man that like treated you a certain way just to make sure you're good and don't even care about himself or something like that? Like,
what do you mean?
You have any? Because that's very rare for a man to just please a woman.
No,
because
I feel like as a woman, you have to bring some sort of like it's also being feminine and making the men feel like they're masculine and they step into that.
That's the traditional.
No, I think what he was leaning towards is, you in the bedroom is there. Are there been guys that just been focused
like,
on
do you have any stories or anything like that?
Yeah, any good stories where like guys are just focused on pleasing you?
Because you sound like you know exactly what you want.
Yeah, because you know
what you want.
You get what you want, right?
No, well, you meet people. I have dated and been in situations with people where they would probably please me more or give me more and not really ask for anything in return.
Like in what way? Like what do you mean? Like you have a story?
Yeah, because I'm like,
I'm
trying to figure out
the story. I don't know what story.
It's not adding up. Like
I'm trying to figure out like where you're going with this.
Yeah,
so
I'll try to figure out where you're going with this.
It'll be easy if you like give like an example or story.
You have an
situation you had that will help me understand and help the people. It's everything NYC. The people have to understand what we talking about right now. I mean, that would make life
how y'all put me on the spot.
Wait, so y'all would never do something for a woman and
no.
Don't
try to jump in. Don't try to jump in.
No,
I like that.
no.
I'm trying to ship a post.
No, we'll get to you. But okay, now we're still on you. We're still on you.
We still got calls.
What about me?
Now she's trying to fix the mic.
Word. It's fixed. That shit fixed. That shit been there all day. Like.
I'm just making sure it's straight.
You're straight.
I mean, I've been in situations where I don't even know how to phrase this.
Just talk from your heart. Talk from your heart.
Yeah, just keep it honest.
It's like y'all putting me on the spot.
We all on the spot. We here together.
You on Everything NYC podcast. Like,
we here together.
We keep things honest.
The past is the past.
We talk about everything.
The present is the present. Future is the future.
Think about all those people that are from. Think about all those people outside of New York that want to know like how the dating scene is. So tell us.
And you single.
You might have a story.
Okay, but you see, I can't put that out there, and it doesn't refer to everybody.
There's no names,
but they want to know about the possibilities. So
I wouldn't say it's a possibility for everyone. Though.
And there's a lot of people that like what they see. You a beautiful woman. You like 6'7". They like stuff like that.
Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah, they in that warehouse right now on their phones watching this shit right now. Like yo, I want that.
Yeah, I want that.
I want that right now.
Yeah.
The two-tone sweater, all that.
They
shit.
typing up that DM right now.
Yeah.
They got it in draft for them right now.
We trying to put them on right now. Like I'm telling you, your husband is right in that little focus right there.
Right there.
Your husband in that lens right now watching that shit.
He's
rolling up right now.
Nah, I don't
we got
think so.
you.
Rolling the spliff right now.
We got you.
We're trying to help y'all right now.
We're gonna share her Instagram. We got you.
Yeah.
So you got a story? Because from my understanding, I think you I know before this dude that ended things in October, weren't you like in a situationship with some dude that would just come to your crib, something like that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, because it's like
I was in a situationship. I want to say a friends with benefits kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where I was the recipient of most of the benefits.
So what benefits are you talking about?
I'm lost.
I don't know. What do you?
Like, how can you benefit from a man? Like,
I mean, that was more of a sexual relationship. So, he would pleasure me, and that would be the end of it, and he would leave.
So he would pleasure you. Okay, so how long did this go on for?
A few years.
A few years.
Jesus Christ.
So he would focus on pleasuring you in the bedroom.
Yes.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong, with pleasuring your woman. So I'm assuming, okay, you guys would link up, and then You know, he would blow your back out. Is that like how he would pleasure you? Like what?
No, it wasn't to that extent.
There's men like that out there.
Exactly,
There's
but
really
no,
men
it wasn't
like
to
that
that extent. I mean, it used to be a lot of oral conversations.
Wait, oral on both sides or just one side?
No, just one side.
On your side.
Yes.
Oh.
So you mean to tell me this man would leave his crib, hop in the Uber, come to your crib, pleasure you orally, and just go straight home?
Yeah.
He wouldn't go in your fridge and drink a bottle of water.
No, I mean I would offer him some water.
He's like, nah, I'm good. He said that's enough water right there.
No,
like, I'm
he would
good.
take the water if he.
That's enough water right there. That's enough
Comes
right
straight
there.
to the crib, lick, and he's out.
Just dip.
lick.
No problem.
He
For
might
5
have
years.
other things to do.
For 5 years.
For 5 years, he was doing that. Nothing else.
Yes.
Yo, and I bet you he ain't make $80K though. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. Yeah. How
That's
much
why
he was
he-
making?
Now
How much he was making?
he actually was making a pretty decent amount of money.
You think he was making over 100?
That's subjective.
Subjective. I mean, I don't want to.
This is,
I don't wanna
I'm not used
blow
to hearing
him
stuff
up.
like this. So, you know.
But I mean, I'm not, he's pretty popular and
Popular,
he makes
so-
a lot of money.
What do you mean
Like,
popular? Like on social media or something like
yeah, he makes
Really?
money from social media.
that? Like an influencer.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes a lot of money, but he's spending it on
Wow.
the Ubers coming to see you and shit. Like,
So you mean to tell me you
I
had
know
this
what he's
guy
saying, like-
with status and clout that would just show up into your crib, you know, middle of the night like a bandit, and just like, you know, lick.
Not
And
like
then,
a
like-
bandit. But yeah, if we discuss that and set it up, then yeah.
Wow.
that's interesting. And where's he now?
Living his life.
Oh,
He
so
on to the next.
He's
coochie.
looking at the next one right now. Like, I guess.
I mean, me and him are still friends. We're still cool. It's never been any, like, you know, we still talk regularly.
And he never wanted to escalate. Like, all right, he
No,
finished
it's
licking, he bring his head back up, wipes his mouth
make it
off,
to
and
the
he's
next-
like, all
go
right.
to the next stage.
No, it's
You
never
never?
progressed past that.
So, but is he? So y'all still talk, or you ghosted him? Or like-
No, we still talk.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. We were friends. We're still friends. We've been friends the entire time.
With benefits.
Yeah.
So wait, so the friends with benefits is still ongoing till today?
I wouldn't say it's ongoing. The benefits have not been used in a while, but
But, okay, so let's say if you would have hit
Are
him
y'all
up
about to
tonight,
mess it up for her?
if you would have
No,
hit
he ain't going
him,
nowhere.
if you would have hit him up tonight,
Like right now.
well, he doesn't live in New York City anymore.
where he live?
He lives
Minnesota?
in Atlanta.
Oh,
typical.
he moved to
That's typical,
Atlanta.
so.
Okay.
Because I'm about to say, if you call him right now, like he gonna
I
come in,
mean,
turn this to OnlyFans.
that's the
or
thing.
something?
If he comes to New
Like, what we
York,
doing?
he'll still hit me up, and if that was warranted, then it would still occur. But it's not
You
really.
think? I mean, he moved, so he ghosted you. Because if he moved,
No, we still talk. We still talk on social media. We still text. Like,
So
like if he, I've been to Atlanta a few times. We've hung out. Like,
when you in Atlanta, did he lick?
Wait, can I ask you a question real quick?
what?
So you guys don't find pleasure in pleasing your woman?
of course.
Of course.
So what if he likes doing that? What if that's his?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
I feel like
no,
that's
no,
his
the thing is-
thing, not just me. Okay,
thing
I
is-
say
And what if
outside
he's
of it
still
just
getting-
being me, I feel like that's his thing. Like,
Yeah.
No, the thing is, all right, I would pleasure my woman, of course, but I'm gonna get something in return. I'm not gonna hop in no Uber and come
but
to your
what
crib.
if that is
That's
you
his
get
thing.
pleasure out of that?
Yeah.
I mean,
like-
if that's probably.
and
I
he's
mean,
probably still getting it elsewhere too.
to keep it 100%. I'm pretty sure that's like the only type of action he's getting. So that's why he's probably just did it.
I doubt
To-
it. I don't
Honestly,
think
no.
So that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Me and him have a good relationship. We have conversations about a lot of things. Like, so I know
Like
other
the stock
things
market
that's
and all
going.
that shit, like,
Yeah, like I know
Yeah,
other
all that
things
shit.
that's going on. I know his other situations, and so I wouldn't say, you know, that's what he prefers. That's what he likes to do.
Just pick up another.
Why?
Okay, I wanna
This
say
is my
this.
last part.
I wanna
so
say
we'll
this.
talk
Yeah, no, it
over
is.
everybody
For-
else.
Gotta get out the way.
For all of you who is curious about New York City, this definitely does happen. You have these guys with these kinks. You get this in major cities, New York City, Miami. These guys, they will
DC,
do
LA.
all types of things that most
It's-
dudes would
will
find
not.
weird. Let's be honest, most dudes would find it a little weird.
I find it
But you know, you got these dudes with these kinks, and they want to get it out, and they'll do what they have to do. Some dudes, they'll pay women crazy money to do some certain type of activities. You got other dudes, they the lick man.
Yeah.
They the lick man. They'll come in middle of the night, sneak in your crib and lick, and they out. You know, and they on to the next house. So, to all the lick men out there, hey, you gotta get your satisfaction somewhere.
Can't
I guess.
discriminate. We do not discriminate against the liquor.
Hey, we don't discriminate.
Live your life and
right?
do whatever pleases you.
Hey, all the lick men out there, us guys, all the hosts here on Everything NYC podcast. We don't really get it, but you know what? Just subscribe and view our content anyway.
Get
in where
you fit in.
Yeah, hey, do what you gotta do.
So you
man.
guys don't have any kinks.
Kinks. I mean, that's not really a kink. That sound like a job, in my opinion. Like,
why does it sound like a
part-time
job? It's not a job if you're getting pleasure out of it. Everybody doesn't have to understand the pleasure that you're getting, but
he's getting pleasure probably just being with a woman. Like,
he's definitely getting pleasure out of.
Or even you don't like seeing your woman have an orgasm.
Yeah, but
you don't get pleasure out of that, knowing that
you guys enjoy seeing your woman.
Stop.
Listen, man. Our situations are different than this shit you talking about. Like, this is some next.
But exactly.
Absolutely.
Licking?
I definitely enjoy pleasing a woman.
Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to, for 5 years just show up in the middle of the night, lick, and leave the crib. Like, that's a bit weird to me.
That's very odd.
But it's not like it's every day.
It's
exactly.
every week. It's every week.
I don't.
It's not
whatever.
every
If it's not,
week.
That's at least $5,000 in Ubers right there. Like,
exactly.
At least minimum.
And those
if you have it, doesn't matter.
I got a question. Before you read that card, I got a question for both of y'all. What's your definition of a man?
I mean, in what?
Period. Just what's your definition of a man? Like, a man is like, what's your definition?
Is masculine, sure of himself. He has that confidence.
He's a leader.
Yes, he's a leader. He doesn't follow people. He understands what it takes to provide.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has common sense. He's logical. He understands his emotions as well, and he's honest and a man of his word.
Yes.
Integrity.
You said it so well.
Yeah, that was pretty sharp.
She gave a good description, but does that describe the lick man?
That's exactly what I was going with. Do you consider him a man?
Does that describe the lick man?
That's what I was going with.
Yes, because he's a man of his word. He doesn't lie. You feel me? We have not had, he knows what it takes to provide pleasure.
He's definitely provided. I can tell you that.
That's some bullshit.
He's confident.
So why didn't you date him?
Because
5 years.
Because outside of the licks, there was nothing else.
No, it was.
Nothing.
It was.
I would
physical.
say he wasn't my physical type as far as.
That's where now we got it. I'm trying to
trying to
why
get
you
it.
didn't
Maybe the height.
Let me, guys. Look, here's the thing, man. If you're not her type, if you're some dude, obviously you're not checking the boxes off physically. There's no arousal there. You're gonna be the lick man.
Yeah.
Okay? You're gonna come in the middle of the night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna lick, and then you're gonna get kicked out. That's it. But when women have a true attraction for you and like they really want to be with you, come on. Those women are not going to be able to keep their hands off of you. All right, those women are going to get wet just by you taking your damn clothes off. All right, that's how it's supposed to go. That's true attraction, right there.
Especially as a man, because I don't know if y'all see Dani. She works out like 8 days a week. So it's like, as a man, you got to keep yourself looking right. Like, you got to stay fit. You got to eat right. You got to make sure you look presentable. You can't just be a man to say, yo, I'm a good dude. I make money. You'll fuck with me. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to look like something. A woman, because the first step is like physical attraction. So a woman has to look at you and be like, okay, I like him. And then from there, everything happens. Because there's women, and I'm pretty sure y'all know women that mess with a dude that's just all attraction and has nothing else, but she's messing with him just because he's attractive.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. He's broke, nothing else, but he just looks good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure y'all all know women like that.
I wouldn't put myself in
I don't
that
know anybody.
No, not y'all. Not y'all.
Oh.
I'm talking about y'all know. I'm pretty sure y'all know people like that.
Of course. Of course.
He just looks good.
That's the dick man.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
you got the dick man, the lick man.
Yeah.
And the lick man is let's be honest, the lick man is the guy that's the bottom. As you just said, he wasn't your cup of tea. Let's be honest. If he was, you would have been extremely attracted to this guy where you want more, where you want everything from him. But since you didn't, he was demoted to the lick man where he licks, and after that, he gets kicked out so you could just go to bed.
Yeah.
Right? He puts you to sleep at night. And I get it.
You watch Netflix and go to bed.
And hey, you know, if a woman's gonna do it, if she can. So, you know, so Mr. Lick, man, if you're watching this, man,
Shout out to you, man.
you know, Shay, shout out to you,
You're one of a
man.
kind, man.
You know, you've put Dani to sleep a lot of
Many
times at night, man.
Jay Holiday.
Thanks
know,
for keeping
you-
my girl happy.
Thanks for keeping her happy, man.
That
Thanks for keeping her happy. So
That ass though. But you can read the card in your hand now. We just had to like figure something out real quick.
Okay. How would you feel if your partner asked you to sign a prenup before getting married?
Oh, that's nice. Better yet, you could pass that on to her.
yeah,
You can pass that
because
on
you
to her.
guys are together
That
for
is
5
amazing.
years, right?
That is perfect.
How y'all just pass it?
You more in that situation. How would you feel about that?
I wouldn't feel away.
If he asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel away. You never know what happens.
So
What could
who
happen.
makes more, you or him?
I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you would ask him to sign a prenup, man?
I mean,
How would you feel if your woman asked you to sign a
Yeah.
prenup?
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't care.
Fine.
I
All
got
right.
access to my own.
I would laugh. Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely.
Okay.
I got access to my own.
But if you didn't,
Hmm?
if you didn't
If I didn't what?
have assets of your own,
I mean, I wouldn't really. I don't have that mentality to even understand what that's like. So I wouldn't even know, to be honest. Like,
how would you feel about your woman, like your partner, making more money than you?
my partner making more money, my girlfriend making more money, or my wife or whatever making more money than me. I mean, I wouldn't feel the type of way about that because we a team, right? So we all together.
We should be.
That's
We all
my
together.
money
She
too.
not gonna be.
Yeah.
It's not that she's not gonna be bossing me around and telling me what to do or anything like that. So it's like,
What if she is?
Yeah, let's be honest.
Then I'm out.
Different.
I'm
Yeah, I'm about to
I'm
say,
single.
yeah.
I'm gonna have a problem with it. I think I'm not gonna feel a certain type of way because she's making more. But let's be honest, if women are making more, then their behavior, they're just gonna change. Like women want comfortable lives, man.
Mhm.
Like women want to be able to work, you know, or maybe not even work, and they want to be able to travel. They want to be able to live comfortably. They don't want to be like slaving all the damn time, like having to
the
pay
decisions.
all the damn bills, making big decisions and stuff like that. And let's be honest, they want to live comfortable lives. And if you got your lady, she's making more and she's putting in all the work, you know, it's going to be a certain period of time where she starts looking at her dude and like, damn, maybe I could do a little better. Or maybe how can I get him to step up?
the hypergamy.
She's gonna, the hypergamy is always gonna take into effect. She's probably gonna think, all right, how can he do better? that's what she's gonna, and that's gonna create a problem because the guy's like, all right, like, do I need to do better? Like, I'm at 50. Like, do I need to go to 80?
Yeah.
Why?
But see, that's the thing, especially in our community. That's the thing. I feel like, in my opinion, that's stopping relationships and stuff because a lot of y'all women, especially black women, they wait till they get the doctorates, the masters, and they're up here making all this money. They have all these accomplishments. Then they look around, there's nobody on their level. So it's like, why do women, I can ask y'all this, why do women wait so long to start focusing on serious relationships? Like, why do you wait till you have to make all these accomplishments and then, all right, I want to date
Men are
now?
distractions.
But you could do both, though. You could date and
I
be in
feel
school
like
and career.
because
Oh, you feel?
we're I think it is because, I mean, as our community, I want to say, like, you see your mother being a strong, independent black woman, especially males too, growing up in, unfortunately, single-parent households with a single mother. You see your mother doing more than she probably would have to if she was married. And you do not want to be a disappointment to your family or, you know, you want to still have those accomplishments. And, you know, men always bring that what you bring to the table conversation now. So I want to be able to say what I bring to the table. Like, I have education. I can provide for myself. I can provide for the family. Like, what are you looking for?
And half the times I feel like it's not necessarily the money. Like I said, like a man could provide in different ways. He could be there for emotional support rather than, you know, money-wise. Because men, like, I feel guys are just in your own world. And like sometimes you think just providing financially is all you need to do.
That's
Sometimes
the main thing. Though.
Men
As a
feel
man,
no
that's the
value
main-
in themselves if they do not have money.
Yeah.
Resources. If you don't have money, there's
or
no
resource.
movement.
Okay,
There's
but
no movement.
why does that bring value to you as a person?
As a man or a person?
As a man, isn't a person. Like, we're all humans. I mean, have different.
When you have resources, it's easier to navigate and lead the way.
Okay,
if you
so
broke,
if you have
can't do
nothing,
shit.
you just wouldn't be happy at all.
Now, if I didn't have nothing, I wouldn't date.
Or you feel it's
I'll
not
wait
even
till I
about
make
dating.
something.
It's about the value that you feel like you bring in general.
If you have a man and he supports you emotionally, he does everything. He lick all that shit. Uber, come to your crib. He takes care of you, but he's broke.
How is he doing all of that if he's broke?
No,
Yeah.
if he's taking an Uber stuff, you can take an Uber and be broke.
Oh.
And lick, that's free. What do you mean? That's free. That don't cost no money. Lick, that's pro bono right there. Like, what you mean? Like, that ain't nothing.
Okay, but if he's doing all of that and I have the money for us to do everything else, then do you feel like?
But now you're the leader. Now you're in control if you have the money to do everything else. And he's just sitting there like, yo, what we doing? Where we going? Where you taking us? Are we doing that? You don't want to do that with a man.
I feel like it depends
Oh,
because
there's a lot of feelings.
you need a man that has a mind of his own as well, and
That is true.
he can provide more than just finances.
But even going back to what you said though, when you said we watched our mothers and stuff like that, all right, don't you think that's better that you saw, like, you grew up with a single mother or whatever, that you saw her do that? Because now you see like the blueprint of what not to do instead of following
yes and
what she
no,
did?
but I feel like I want to say I think a lot of men look at that as the blueprint. Like, okay, my woman now, I have to see that she's able to do all these things. I have to see she's able to provide and bring things for me
like
to
mama's
accept
boys.
her. I mean, as far as what'd you say?
That's like mama's boys and stuff. I don't look for none of this.
That, I feel like that has
I don't look for none.
kind of what has affected relationships in the Black community now as well, because now you're just looking like, I expect when my mother did this, so I need a strong Black woman too. Like, she better know she ain't coming here and not doing nothing, and I'm about to take care of everything.
It's a different
if
generation.
I
I mean, I know you don't think like this because I don't think like this. And if I'm in a relationship, I have no problem. She can work at McDonald's. I'll take care of everything.
You'll be surprised.
I have no problem taking care of
One
everything.
thing
This
that
isn't like nothing. Like,
I realized dating that I tell people, like, when the whole 50-50 and all of this stuff comes up on social media, that stuff doesn't affect me because the men I date, none of them have ever asked me what I've done, what I do for a career. They do not care how much money I make.
That's what we
That has never been a thing that came up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't feel like they're looking for me to bring the bag or bring something to the table. They're looking for more than that. Like, so.
Because I'm thinking of, like, especially in our community, why does everybody wait so long though? Because it's like women will be like 36, 37 trying to look, because we go out. We outside every day. We stepping every day. Like, we outside and we meeting women and they like 38, 39 trying to make moves. But I'm like, yo, like that clock is done.
And you feel like
the hourglass of sand is done flowing out the hourglass.
Most of the women you run into, they don't have children already.
And that could be an issue too, because men kind of like us, we're not really trying to like pick up after where somebody left off. And especially if the dude that left off is like nowhere near where I'm at. Like, why would I sign up for that? When there's other women out here that's younger, more fertile, that's willing to do whatever I want, and they don't have any kids.
Yeah, but that's a double-edged sword, because I feel like a lot of women still, they have kids at younger ages. I would say a lot of Black women, I feel like they wait because they want that perfect picture, like, or the men that they're dating aren't up to their standards, where they got all these degrees, they accomplished everything, and now the men that they're meeting haven't done half of what they've done.
Women
half
are
of the
more
places
like,
they've been.
Especially Black women, they're like more enrolled, more go-getter.
More goal-oriented. Like, we want more out of life because we feel like we're the bottom of the barrel. Like, social media, people, like, society treats us like the bottom. So we strive to be the best Black women that we can be, to be accepted by society, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna make you more attractive or like men are gonna look at you more because I don't feel like that's what men look for. But that's just how we might feel because of how things in society look or make us feel.
Yeah.
Don't ever feel like you're bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, don't ever. You should always think you're on top. Because you got to remember, the women on the other side, they're always looking at you and trying to, and being influenced by.
Exactly, which is crazy, but we still get treated less than. So we're looking to show that we're more like than what people perceive us to be, but we get the short end of the stick.
Do you think women's standards are too high nowadays? Based on everything you just said, since women I feel
like women do have high standards, yeah.
Especially the average woman.
Because
most women are not like this. You know, most women, you see what the average woman looking like.
But then I do notice that the women that are the average women are getting married and stuff faster because that's what men are looking for.
Yeah, because I feel like men like women who aren't strong-minded, women who aren't as independent.
Or they know not too many men are looking at them or even going towards them. Those are the women that they kind of lean towards.
Yeah.
How can I say? Say you see the man of your dreams, right? You right there, whatever. Where the camera is. Let's say you're right there, the man of your dreams, right? And it's a room full of women. Attractive, all that. That's the man of your dream. What would you do to stand out to him past all these other women? Like, how would you get him? Like, what would you do?
Probably initiate the conversation first.
Like, go up to him and say, "What, yo, you looking good? Was good?" Like,
no,
what up?
I wouldn't even say that.
Let me get that. Like,
you can initiate conversations with people.
Yeah,
like,
find something
maybe
to talk about.
Exactly. Maybe he'll come next to you at the bar. You make a little joke, like something like that. Offer him a drink. I've offered to buy men drinks before if I find them attractive. Or I'm not, you feel me? And if I'm interested, I will make the effort.
When was the last time you bought a drink?
It's been a while.
06?
No.
You got to sneak in the club? You got to sneak in? No. You got to sneak in? You was in high school. You got to sneak in.
Exactly. I couldn't even get into the club. But no, I've been out and I find somebody attractive. They were stood next to me or whatever. And
you got
I bought them a drink. Yeah.
You got him?
Yeah.
All right. So you got him, right? Boom. You dating him. This dude, whoever he is, jawline, all that stuff. Like sharp hairline, all that shit, whatever. Whatever y'all like and shit. Caribbean. How would you keep him now?
I mean, that depends what he's into.
He into everything. He into everything. He like basketball, he into fitness like you. He tall like you. You like 6'7", or you taller than everybody in the room and shit. But like how would you keep him? Like
I'll do things that he's interested in doing. You have to show an interest in his life. I ain't say all of that.
Hey, that's what he might be into that though.
Okay, he can do that somewhere else. But I mean,
he wants you though.
Cook him a meal, take him to a sports game. You gotta find out what the other person is into. Like me, I work out. He's into working out. Let's go work out together. We do active things together. Like, let's go. We went to basketball. I may not be into basketball. Let's go watch a game. Yeah, things that you can show that you're interested in, like that you're paying attention to. Or, men will talk to you. They'll tell you. You can always figure out, like, I feel like if you're paying attention, you can see what people want or expect. Like people will tell you what they didn't get in previous situations. And you will work off of that. All right, I know you didn't get this. Here, I'll give you that. Now I could listen to everything you have to say. I could listen to you cry. Your homeboy is making you upset. You don't want to talk to them about it.
Yeah, men, never cry in front of your woman, please. Yeah, never cry.
Why not?
Please do not do that. No. Because you're gonna lose respect.
No, women do not want to.
You're gonna lose all that. You're gonna lose.
They don't want to have to deal with all that. Yes, they may say, "Oh yeah, I want a guy willing to cry." No, they don't.
I'm not gonna say willing to cry, but I want to be able to see. I wouldn't say
vulnerability.
Cry, yeah,
vulnerability.
And I wouldn't say cry all the time.
It's a buzzword.
But if something happens and you gonna just be sitting there like you so hard you can't show no emotion, that's unattractive.
No, I'm not saying he got.
And I feel like men always like talk about, oh, we can't show emotion, can't do this, always gotta act so hard. It's okay, you can show emotion.
Does your man show emotion?
He has been showing a little bit more. So
why? Because it's winter. Is the weather got him emotional?
No, I just feel like because there's that stigma where men have to be strong all the time, and it's just like it's like no. Now I'm really trying to break him down. Like, hey, let me in. What's wrong? Talk to me. It's okay.
And then when did all of that start to happen? Like year 3, year 4?
I guess probably last year. Like,
year 4.
Like, 4 years ago. 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 4 ye
Bless. So it took a while. Wow, that means it took him a
Out of
while.
5 years.
Yeah, it took
You finally
him a while.
broke him.
Not
Wow.
funny,
It
bro.
takes a
finally broke.
while.
So how would you guys feel if your woman isn't as emotional? Like you want an emotional woman that's like
All women are emotional.
All women are emotional.
There's no
Not
way. I
put
never had to
all
fight. Like,
women
every woman I ever had cry was just crying for no reason. Like, for just crying out at random. Like, what's wrong? A woman just be crying. What's wrong? Just go. Just go. Not right now. Just go.
Okay, so how would you handle a situation if you're dealing with a woman that's not like that? Like
That's not emotional?
Yes.
That's like hard?
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, what's up? What's wrong with you? Like,
So why is it something that's wrong with her if she's not?
because most women are, on average, very emotional.
Yeah, men and
Especially when
a
a man.
just be
Come on.
like the average woman.
No. I'm saying most women on average are emotional. So if I see a woman not being like the average woman, I'm trying to see what's up. Like, what's good with you? Like,
But how would that affect the relationship between you two? Like you're not getting what you need from her emotionally.
I mean, emotion is not really what I need. It's just I want some tun and some other stuff, but I don't really care about the emotion and shit. But like that's like extra shit. But I don't really expect emotion from a woman. Like it just happens. But I wouldn't feel any type of way. What about you?
From my experience, I mean, women are just emotional, right? I think men and women are just completely different. Just two completely different. Men, if I come to you extremely emotional, crying all the time, that might paint a certain picture.
But
Right?
don't you think it should be a balance? I wouldn't say crying all the time,
Yeah.
but
Why has to be crying?
if you're watching a movie that's sad, all right, you could drop a tear.
You could cry over a movie? If you and your man is watching Beauty and the Beast or loving basketball and he start crying, you're not gonna look at him like what's wrong with you?
But drop a little tear.
I ain't dropping shit.
For all the
Like,
guys,
you know,
look,
I ain't dropping
for
shit.
all the guys watching this, don't be out here dropping tears.
Don't
man.
ever.
If you got problems, you should work is stressing you out. You got some issues, whatever. You need to either go to see a therapist or you need to go handle that shit. These dudes need to stop going to their women as if they're women some type of licensed therapist.
Exactly.
Like they're not. They're not some licensed therapist that you could just go to with all your damn issues and dump it all on them.
No.
Every girl has 1,000 things going on in their mind at once. They have their own stuff they're dealing with. They don't need a full laundry list of all of your crap as well. All right, go call your mother. Go call your brother or whoever, or go call your therapist if you need some professional help, and go get that addressed. And then you come back and you come back solid. But to dump all things on your girl,
That's not even fair.
Yeah,
That's not even fair.
It's not even fair. It's just a lot of adds a lot of stress. They're not signing up for all of this. Like you just mentioned, you're not trying to do the whole struggle of. That's part of the whole struggle of. The struggle of is not just financially, right? It's also emotionally having oh man, now you dumping all this on me. And if also women are dealing with a dude that can't open up, can't express himself, yeah, you might have to go invest in a professional to help you with that. Your girl can't be the person to help you with that. She's not getting paid for that.
She's looking for you to be the
need to
leader.
go open up your damn wallet and pay a professional to help you with these things.
But they got to make 80K though. So
Well,
But
yeah.
you guys
So
wouldn't vent to your girl? Like,
Yeah, there's not-
I'll vent to him. That's what I'll vent to.
for him. Like
I'm not gonna vent to my
I'm
girl.
not gonna sit here venting. I'm a guy that comes with solutions.
Yeah.
Okay, I solve problems and I'm building things. I'm not gonna go sit down with my girl like, oh, I have this whole list of things that I need to vent to you about. All right, and just add more stress to your life. But
But what if you just want to get advice from her? Like you don't feel like you value your woman for advice?
Oh, absolutely. And I love a woman that could provide some good advice. But I'm not coming to you to vent.
No life advice.
Yeah, I'll come to you for some advice,
I
but
know life advice.
Yeah.
but I'm not coming
You
to
got
you
Dr.
to
Phil
vent.
and
So
Jordan
look,
Peterson for life advice and stuff.
So,
I don't need my girl for no life
just to move gears here. So now, so you've been single since October, and you've kind of described on what exactly you're looking for your ideal dude. And I think, what do you think? I think we could help her find her.
Yeah, we
her
could
guy.
definitely find. It shouldn't be hard. You attractive
Is
woman.
that right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be
Okay.
We're gonna help
hard. I
you
mean,
find
you
Y'all giving me
you out here
options?
now. You out here now.
You out here. So
I don't want all those.
Nah, not those. But
Nah.
look, we get invited to different events, professional, social, and something comes up, and we're like, all right, it's gonna be some dudes that you might be into. We might tell you, yo, come throw a dress on, and come join us.
Okay,
And-
that
and they be taller,
I can appreciate that.
And they be taller than you.
Yeah, and then we'll bring you.
Introduce me to some high value men.
I mean,
but just know that's gonna come with a cost, though.
Yeah.
They might want that threesome.
Yeah,
So
you
just-
have to bust it open on the regular.
Exactly.
You gonna have to bust
But
it open on the regular.
so we'll get to all that. So guys, we'll keep you all updated on Dani's journey on finding her ideal man.
You the first
And now,
one. You the
don't
first
forget,
one.
we didn't forget about you, Mr. 5 years, right?
Yeah.
You've been with this guy for 5 years, and so what? So what's gonna be next?
When you expected marriage, kids?
I am engaged. Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
are?
just don't have my ring on.
Oh, you're not
Yeah.
playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You not
When did you
playing.
get engaged?
2020. Yeah.
2 years now?
Yeah.
So when's the wedding ceremony?
It's just
You got on all white right now?
Call him up.
Yeah.
right.
When's the
no,
ceremony?
We'll do it right here.
just a lot going on right now.
All right, cool. Are we invited?
No rush.
Gotta
Of
work-
course, I'll send you guys an invitation.
Work out the kinks.
So-
Work out the kinks.
It's like an open
So
bar?
based on this beautiful conversation we had today,
Yeah.
what are some solutions you think you could put forward moving on with life and dating? And based on the dating market now, like what are some solutions? Like,
My best
what do you got to work on? and stuff
advice
like-
is to be honest. I feel like you have to be honest with yourself about what it is you want and that you're looking for, and be honest with the people that you come in contact with.
Mhm.
I feel like that's the best way to move in situations. Like, if we both know what to expect out of a situation, then we can both try to make it work if that's what we want to do.
That's what you think?
Yeah, I feel like it's honesty. People aren't honest. And then you can tell somebody like, all right, this is what I'm looking for. You can't tell people you're looking for a relationship if you don't really want a relationship.
Mhm.
You're just trying to bait people into dating you and taking you seriously so you can get the benefits out of that. Instead of being honest and say, you know what, I might not be looking for something serious. Give the other person an option so they
To
can
pick.
to decide if this is what they want to deal with, or if they want to keep their options open. Doesn't mean they're not going to date you, but they're going to date other people as well to see which one works better for them.
All right. That sounds like that's good information for the women out there because they're looking for you. You got to lead the way.
Yeah.
You got to lead the way. Both of you, especially you a little bit farther too. So.
Yeah, you engaged. So tell us, what's the what's the advice you have? What's the solution?
Like she said, just be honest. Relationships are hard work, so no one's perfect at all. So just take everything with a little grain of salt, and if you guys both want it to work, it will work. So
It takes work, takes effort.
yeah, it takes effort.
And definitely, I feel like relationships take effort, and a lot of people don't want to put in the effort
Yeah.
or do the work, where it gets hard and it's kind of like, all right, I'm going to give this up and go look for
True.
something that's better.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is not 100%. Like, you're never going to get 100%. But you have to see, are you getting 80, 20? What's the 20? Is the 20 the good things and 80% bullshit, or are you getting a good 80 of the things that you want?
Little
in the
balance.
20?
Little
And-
balance.
Yeah, just weigh your pros and cons.
Okay. And
All right.
well, there you have it. Thank you for being with us. And like, comment, subscribe. There you go. State of the New York City dating market.
Yes. All
We're
right.
out.